Good morning from sunny and warm Suriname, South America, guys. I've been quite busy this morning and I decided to take some time off to record another podcast. Actually, when am I not busy? I'm quite a busy bee, aren't I? But in a positive way, we're trying to find and keep balance, of course. We're working on our mental health as well. We're working on our physical health. We need to work on all kinds of health since we're getting older. And I must say that self-love does help with that a lot, especially in my experience. I've been quite busy. I've published my new book. It's called Save Our Souls. You can find it on Amazon, especially if you guys have Amazon Prime. You can read it for free. I've posted some new blog articles. You can check that out on my blog www.shashem.blogspot.com. I'm sure you guys know how to spell blogspot. I hope I'm clear enough for you. I've also uploaded some new YouTube videos. You can check that out on my YouTube channel. But I'm also quite active on TikTok these days. You can find it on you can find the links to all my socials on my blog. How are you guys doing today? That's enough about that. I want to talk to you guys about another thing. I want to talk to you guys about how appreciative we should be of life. That's my theme for this morning. I know. Hear me out. I'm not going to come on to you with the cliche things, but sometimes I just have these thoughts. And one of these thoughts is like, I am truly blessed to be here in this moment. Because can you imagine all the people around the world who have it much more worse off than we do at this moment? Nobody's situation can compare. I guess life is truly a gift, and it is what you make of that gift. And if you really want to fully use that gift, it is very important to claim your power. Because without claiming your power, you cannot explore your gift and the value of it. You don't make the most out of it because you lead your life pleasing other people, their needs, and you also have a difficult time expressing yourself and who you are because you are influenced in your actions by what society will think, what family will think, what friends will think. I see that all the time and it's kind of heartbreaking. It's like when I meet people and they tell me, my partner is very toxic and I'm unhappy in this relationship, but I'm afraid to leave because we've been together for so long and I'm scared what both of our families will think, what the neighbors will think. What does it matter what everyone else thinks when it's about your happiness? That's an important thought that I want to give you guys today. Just so that you can think for yourself. Think about the subject. Think about the matter. Why does it matter what everyone else thinks when it comes to your happiness? You have to own up responsibility for your own happiness. And I say that because when you die, you won't take everyone else along with you. It will be you alone having that moment, leaving your loved ones behind and those same people's opinions you were worried about. As time will pass, they will move on from you. You will be forgotten. But will you have lived your life in a fulfilled way? Fulfilling towards your own expectations, your own needs. And then it comes again to self-love, because then it shows that there's a need, a desire to take care of yourself, to prioritize yourself. Sometimes I hear people talking to themselves about how they think it is selfish or evil to take care of yourself. No, it is a sin not to take care of yourself. Even in the Bible, it's written that you cannot love thy neighbor more than you love yourself. If you do not take good care of yourself, if you do not prioritize your happiness, your well-being, your own needs, who do you expect that who will do that for you? I guess a lot of people don't get this point of life. That's why I like to share it. And that's when codependency starts, and the unhealthy kind. Because then people get into these relationships trying to seek validation or other desires like needs being met or fulfillment and other things like that in their partners. But if it doesn't exist in yourself, no one will be able to give you, because you won't be content with it, because you do not know what it is to show love to yourself, let alone to other people. We often think more about the receiving love. When I hear friends of mine and people that I know talk about love, it's always like, I want this, I want someone like this, I want that, I want that, and the person has to be like that, and the person has to give me this and that, etc., etc., etc. But how often do we talk about what it is that we should do and what kind of partner we should be and how we should give love? It's something to think about that. This goes for men and women, because I hang out with a lot of men, and I see it's a pattern. Because when my guy friends or even my female friends, when they ask me or when they complain to me, like, I always get these toxic girls, or I always end up being in relationships that aren't good or healthy for me, or end up wrecking me, then my answer and response is, it probably means you have a bad taste, because you end up dating the same kind of people. And I don't mean that in a hateful or disrespectful way, but sometimes it's true. Sometimes people don't take the time to work on themselves, to focus on themselves, to discover who they are. No, they try to find themselves in others. But that's not the way how it works, darling. It's not. None of us can be the same. And that's a beautiful thing. Can you imagine how boring the world would be if we were all the same? It would be truly dull. Our uniqueness is our beauty, and as a collective, we can combine and use the unique traits that we possess to treasure this world. Because in the end, every action that we take in our life, small or big, it's all a part of a chain reaction. So with each action that we take, we should think of the world that we leave behind for the future generations. And I mean this in all kinds of different aspects. Because sometimes you even have cases or scenarios where generational trauma can be passed down. For example, like families with dysfunctional history. Sometimes bad traits or toxic traits are copied by the ones that we experience in our environment, and sometimes it becomes an unhealthy pattern, a very, very unhealthy pattern. That's why I like to think that it's important to be aware of yourself, to be aware of what makes you unique, to be aware of your beauty, and to give yourself the love that you need and that you deserve. Because if more people did that, a lot of people wouldn't be intimidated or jealous of what others possess. It's like I keep saying, I could be a great writer, I could be a great poet, a great spoken word artist, a great leader, a great diplomat, a great advisor, but a horrible cook. There's a lot of other things that I probably wouldn't be good at, but that's okay, and I accept that. I accept that as who I am. I'm just aware of the things that I'm good in, my strengths and my weaknesses, because I allow myself to be authentic and to stay true to my identity. And that's how I explore and discover what's at the core of me. But that's it for this morning, guys. I have to keep it short because I still have a lot of things to do and a bit of a tight schedule as usual. Be sure to follow, subscribe, and check out my blog and my other channels so that you can hear more often from me. Bye bye. Love ya.